Good morning to all my friends on social media. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to all my friends today. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Ugh, I hate Mondays. I don't know why. And I don't work, but Mondays still suck. Why is that? For all of us who don't work, do you still have that vibe that Mondays still suck? They do. Maybe it's from all the years that I did work, and then the kids were in school, and and all the pressures that come along with Monday. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Hey, from Saudi, you love Mondays? I mean, that's probably a good way to look at it, right? Yeah. I don't know. I maybe we should just say I love Mondays. Yes. Here we go to the week. I don't know. What do we do? Hi from Mississippi. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Y'all, I took yesterday off. I did. I did nothing. Any day you wake up is a good day. I really need to start looking at that. Y'all, my mind, my moods have been so blah lately. So blah. Because the weekend is on the way. Once again, we have to get through the week though. Yeah, I didn't go on yesterday. I did nothing. I didn't do anything. Like literally I lied. Okay, I got up. I was planning on coming on. Uh, and then I was like, oh, my body hurts, y'all. My body hurts. I don't feel like exercising. Do I have a hair on my face? I think I did. Yeah. I have like a spider web. Um, I didn't feel like doing it. I did get up, I did clean, I vacuumed, I cleaned my son's bathroom, I did the shower, and I was just the whole time going, I would love it to love. Um, and I was like, my body is struggling. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just won't exercise. Maybe I'll just do a live instead. I had no energy. I had none. I just decided, fuck this shit. I'm not doing a thing. I did nothing. And I feel guilty about it because I did nothing. I never do nothing, but I did it. So what the hell? F me running. I did it. I did nothing. Leanne, and it's so weird because the day went by so slow. I thought it was 4, it was like 2:30. I was like, what's happening? Yes, I think Brown, I literally the early morning drink on. I don't know what that means. I I was just like, ugh. I don't like doing nothing. It was a really weird thing for me, especially like no exercise. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just sit on the bike for a little bit. Y'all, my body was not having it. My brain was not having it. Dan was like, you didn't even exercise? I said, no. He said, oh, well, good for you. uh, I ate though. I sure did. I ate. Um, you, Lord have mercy. Well, anywho, so here I am today, trying to get through. Fred, I get it. Like, I think, and Dan's like, well, you're outside every day in the heat, digging, planting, whacking, edging, house. You don't ever sit down. And I'm thinking to myself, huh, help, help me, Dan, help me. No, I can't do that, Roll Tide. Damn it. Your name's even Roll Tide. And I ate. Yesterday was the eating day for me. Yesterday I was like, fuck it. I'm not doing anything more today. I did cook dinner. I did get up. I took another little power nap, and then I felt better, but then I laid back down. I did nothing. You know, I played a little bit of Candy Crush throughout the day, and then I was on the phone with my Zoomies. Ugh, I'm tired. I feel like I was rested. I almost felt like I slept too much yesterday. You know, sometimes you sleep too much and your body's used to only a certain amount, and you're like, I feel extra tired. Well, that was me. I felt really tired. Yeah, I whacked. my weed whacker. I'm always whacking about 4 or 5 days a week. I whack. I gotta whack my yard. What did you eat? My normal shit. My egg sandwich, my chips. Tip of the day. Let's start with one tip of the day. The first tip. Just the tip of the tip. The first tip of the day is, y'all, listen to your body. Listen to your body. My body was like, abort the mission of life. Lay your ass in bed all day, and because you're drained. I was, Cody. I was drained. So tip of the day was like, you got to just sit back, relax, and don't get stressed because you're not doing a thing. But I did get stressed because I wasn't doing a thing. Just the tip. Enjoy it. Hecka, enjoy hanging out and living life when you need to. That's it. Tip of the day. First tip. And I'm not looking for, I whack. Getting old sucks, you know? Getting old does suck. And then I'm like, damn, I'm almost 50, you know? Lord, my body's probably like, bitch, you ain't 32 anymore. Stop doing everything all the time. You need to slow your ass down. Larry, I had one last week. Damn, it's expensive. Hi, Tanner. It's expensive to keep going to the casino. I'm telling you. Anyhow, I wish I could afford it once a week. I would love to go to the casino once a week, but I just can't. It gets too pricey, y'all. Oh, I almost just slipped off my treadmill. Damn it. I got the GERD. My stomach was a mess. I was laying in bed at about like 7:30, and I was watching The Housewives, and I thought to myself, I want a beer. I feel like an ice cold beer. So I went and got one of my, I agree, Cher. I agree. Some days you just feel great, and others you're like, what the fuck hit me? I feel like, what? Shit. I feel 85 today. Go every other week. I try to do that, hecka. That's still expensive. I gotta slow the roll. I do. Hecka, my routine was every other week with my neighbor, but then it's like, okay, he's starting to lose too much. He loses thousands. Shh, don't tell me. But yeah, I don't lose thousands because I can't live like that. So anyhow, it's expensive. And Cody, I just don't look after Ed, right? I look after everybody. It's not just Ed. It's Ed. It's Dan. It's my house. It's my animals, you know? Patreon beggar. Yes! I'm a Patreon beggar. Iman! Hey, here's a little tip for you. Here's a little tip of the day. Tip of the day is Patreon charges me. So I'm on the lowest tier, $5. Yes, I'm making millions. Iman, millions. Good morning, Carla. Oh, thank you, Betty. There was another Betty on my YouTube making comments, and I was like, I hope that's not my sweet Betty, but it wasn't. She was angry. Thank you, Cindy. I just want, me too. Mike, like, dude, bruh, come on. Hey, evil twin. Learn how to do. Learn how to fold them. I gotta get my shit together. What does that mean? We all have to get our shit together. Hey, Milika. Thank you so much. Hi, Mary. Hi, Les. How you doing? I miss you. Where you been, girl? I know you got a lot on your plate. Good morning. No. We've been on a lot of little vacations. We can't go to long trips right now because we have no, Sam, you don't want to get on that website. Andrew's blood work was elevated. So that sucked. Hi, Daniel. Happy Monday, Christina. I do not have mine together. Roll Tide. It looks like I do, but my shit's falling all over the place. It's falling out of me. It's falling inside of me. It's falling every which way. I need some sage. now I only go to the casino for the buffet with sweatpants on, no shirt and no shoes, just walking in like you own the place. No, I know, Betty. I was like, oh my God, the only Betty I know. Anyhow, good morning, Lee. How are you? I failed yesterday. I did nothing. I was lazy as shit yesterday. I literally stayed in bed. So it is what it is. Embrace it, new day. I'm not full yesterday. It was funny, even Dan gives me the side eye when I'm sitting. He's like, what's wrong with you? Oh, you don't feel well? I'm like, no, I feel fine. I just feel tired. Oh, so what does that mean? Hi, another Betty. Hi, Betty. You're in bed. Hi from Ireland. Oh, Lord. Man, I'm being prepared. It's a new day. I started cleaning. I started moving and grooving this morning. I'm ahead of schedule. Now, I must exercise. And then, yark. I'm not ready to deal with the day yet either, God, Sabra Cat. I'm just here. I was stomping my feet. Yeah. And I bet it was cool for you guys yesterday. Did it rain in SF? Sage is supposed to be cleansing. So is a good poop. Fred, so is a good poop. I aborted everything in my belly. Y'all, I had my stomach, it's just hormonal. So I literally had a good cleansing. I felt really good internally. Yeah, so Andrew's blood work was a little elevated this last week, which I hate, right? It gives me that anxiety, right? Don't but you know, I have to remember he had poison oak and he was on prednisone, so he even got the pimples like he did when he was on prednisone before. So I have to just keep that in mind. But, you know, Mama's worry is always there, and it really hurt my soul because it gives me PTSD, right? I'm like, we always think for the worst, so I was like, shit, something going on. Is this IG? Is he in an episode? You know, so fingers crossed. Oh, sorry, I'm sure you hear that. Anyhow, I will, London, I need the endorphins to get me through the day. So I believe as much pain as I'm in right now, I believe so. I've had a lot of, our minds, right? Our minds get the best of us sometimes. Our minds are our worst enemy. I talk about this all the time, right? I'm not perfect, right? I'm not perfect. And I try to preach the things that I try to do myself. But I always say, you always are going to have your days. It's a matter of just how you handle them. Oh, hi, Bethany. No, Ed doesn't remember anything. Short-term memory is gone, lost, forever. So, between Andrew and the worry and a lot of other things in life that are trying to drag me down, I've been in a funk, plus hormones, plus pushing myself always to the limit. So I'm doing the best I can. And so my journey I share with you, right, is about that. Yes, some days are harder than others, 100%, Carla. And when your mind's not right, when there's other stresses, it's harder to caregive, right? It's harder to be at your best because your inner struggles. So the last couple weeks, I've been struggling, but it's really hit after Andrew's numbers with everything. Losing my friend, PTSD about my mom, and all those things that kind of builds up. Even though you're not aware of it, it starts building up, and then you have friends saying, oh yeah, but listen to me, y'all. This happened, this happened, this happened. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, just a conglomeration. Plus those pesky menopausal hormones, right? And I am getting older. You know, that's the thing I have to remember. My body can't keep up at 125% like I used to be able to do. And I just get tired quicker. So you gotta embrace those certain things, right? And it's been a hard turn for me. It's been a hard turn because I'm not that person who likes to slow down. I'm not that person who likes to sit and do things. But I realize that, you know, there is certain things that I have to accept. Getting old, taking breaks, not allowing, you know, if I don't get my list done in one day, beat myself up, right? Deontay, social media has nothing to do with it. Social media is the easiest part of my life, honestly. So it's me coming to terms with number one, age, getting help, right? We talked about that. Downsizing. I can't downsize. I still got grandpa. I still have the kids kind of in and out. I can't downsize yet, but I can't wait because this property is a lot. It's expensive to keep up. Good thing we got grandpa to help. Just kidding. Just kidding. It is. Trish, the mind is the most horrible thing to fight. But little by little, I keep reminding myself, you know what, Danielle? You're 49. You know, you're going through menopause. You are not Superwoman. Stop acting like it. When you're struggling, recognize it, you know? When you need help, ask for it. Please do, Pekka. Get back to me. Let me know what she's on. Because I need something. So working out is something that used to be my happy place. So I'm trying to find a good balance because it's starting to become kind of like a chore, right? And the minute it starts becoming a chore is when it gets harder to do. So I'm trying to find a happy medium with falling in love with certain things. Again, things that I enjoy, right? Because maybe it's hormonal, I don't know, but fuck me, running, this shit's hard. We have about 2 acres. 2 acres. So it's a lot. It's a lot, and I'm one person, right? I'm one person. So I'm trying to take notes from my neighbor, Clint. I tell you guys about him all the time. He writes notes, he writes himself lists, and he always tells me, right? He's 75, and he says, Danielle, there's always tomorrow, right? There's always tomorrow. And I'm like, maybe, but what if I've got other plans tomorrow? He said, well, then there's the next day. Then there is the next day. I'm like, what kind of logic is that? You know, but it is. So every time I start feeling overwhelmed, right, I think, you know what, if I don't get through it, there's always tomorrow, right? So yeah, social media is, you know, part of our new business, right? People, you're going to have a handful of people coming in and be like, money burgers. My husband has fallen out of love with love, right? This is something that has fallen into our lap. Something that has allowed us to think, holy shit, right? We can do it. We can probably do this and make some money and cover expenses. So why not? Why not? Shalom, Heather. Why not? So here we are trying to do it, and live life to the fullest. Pat.
What's going on? I'm not going out just yet. In a minute. I'm at the games. I'm at the games. I'm at the games.
Yeah, so I think to myself, Betty, when I'm on here, I think
to myself,
I'm gonna try.
What a wonderful
I'm gonna try to get Dan. Come on. I'm gonna try to get 3 miles in, right? And if I can get 3 miles in, great. If I have to walk in between, I'm gonna do it, right?
It's not hot today.
And if I can do more, and if I feel like more, I will do it, right? So.
What a wonderful world. Good morning.
It's really rude when you come out here and I'm in the middle of talking.
You got up before I got up this morning. I haven't been able to say good morning. Good morning.
I'm gonna punch you.
Why? I'm coming out to fill up the love tank and you're sending me away. The love tank. Oh.
Yeah, and try, doing that's the easiest. The easiest thing is to help people, right? The easiest thing to do is divert the attention away from yourself and help others and not do everything else that you have to do, right? No hat. He's just out here to bug me. Like I said, they won't be together for long, she says it all. Official time traveler, you are the coolest person on the earth. We've been together for 26 years. Let me tell you something about that. People think they know our relationship. Like she's only speaking on it because of his dad. Yes, you are so smart, time traveler. How did you get to be so smart? I don't really know. But anyhow, I love fame. I do. I get paid millions for my fame, thanks to Ed and my husband. I am living life. Yes, millions. Millions. Millions! Go get the yacht, Dan. Go get it out. We're taking it out today on our millions. Yeah.
We are rich with family.
We are rich with love.
With love and joy and just well wishes for everybody.
But we'll get the yacht out later.
We're rich in warmth.
I feel bad. You feel bad for my kid? Only one kid you feel bad for?
I feel bad for all 3 of them.
Christine, can you get rid of Mark? I'll do it. People are out today, y'all.
People are out today.
Woo! I already knew.
Out today.
Yeah, I already knew it based on the comments. The comments that I was starting to get on my video. You can always tell when the trolls are going to be out. The racial slurs are not allowed. So when I see those, they're definitely gone. Hugs back from Sacramento to Alberta. Get it, feel it, love it. Weightlifting. Oh.
Grandpa's up, by the way.
I'm tired of the weightlifting.
It's rough. Yeah. I'll put I got a good video.
He's angry?
Well, he was, he's not angry, but just frustrated from not knowing where the hell he is. He's pissed off that he doesn't remember. Sometimes he handles it with grace, sometimes he's pissed off. He's human.
Yeah.
Today he was pissed off.
Today he was mad.
But I got it, I did, it was a video.
I also...
I don't know where I think I'll put it on YouTube.
Well, I also uploaded the feces video on Patreon.
Yeah, the feces video is my favorite conversation with him ever. I can't post on social media because of the content. They don't like that, but was one of the best conversations I've had with my dad in 10 years.
Yeah, so the feces, if you have Patreon, you have to watch it. We giggled so hard, and it was we couldn't put it on the bigger accounts because
advertisers don't like that.
Advertisers maybe don't like it, and it's questionable, and but it was funny as hell.
It was classic Grandpa, the most classic Grandpa you've seen, because he is incredibly matter of fact.
Very matter of fact.
He's a doctor, so when he talks about things like poop, he uses technical terms and he talks about it like it's any other anatomical, biological function.
Sorry,
No different. And so Grandpa, being the healthy man that he is, took a very long load.
Okay, don't just.
I'm jealous of it, and so it didn't flush because it was just too long to, whatever, fit the thing down. So Grandpa had a discussion about that, and it was the most endearing thing.
I bet he walked for hours. He was a walker. So
Yes.
yeah. So anyhow, if you have the Patreon,
If you
watch
have
it.
that's one
It's
you want
great.
to watch.
It's funny. You'll get a little chuckle out of it. So anyhow, yeah. That. Yeah, it's the funniest thing because he couldn't figure it out, and he was on it for like 30 minutes of why it wouldn't flush, and it just needed a little help down the hole.
That's not the best part. The best part is that as a doctor, Grandpa in his head, he's not
No
worried. He knows that he's going to get it flushed down the toilet. He knows that will happen. But he jumps immediately as a doctor to why was my poop so big? I must be eating too much. Am I eating too much? And he's worried about, his caloric intake. Anyway, it's hilarious.
So anyhow, it was hilarious. So, we really debated because it was really cute, right? So those of you, I hope you get a good chuckle out of it. It is like the Patreon is a smaller platform, so we can, share a little bit more of the more private moments, the ones that we find endearing and fun, right? That maybe the bigger audience won't. So hopefully nobody gets offended he used to call it a BM, so it was really funny how he just went to feces. Hi Peggy. You too, Roland? So anywho, enjoy it if you have it. A little thing about Patreon, it takes the place of the website we have, y'all. It's nothing more. Patreon charges me, so we have to charge, I think the lowest tier is $5, and that's what it is. So they take a percentage, and it covers the costs of help and uploading and everything else. Oh, Greg, I'm sure they'll be coming. You just hang tight there. So it's just a fun little thing. And it's just random stuff, right? A lot of people, I do like random, like yesterday, Grandpa was sitting in the kitchen, and I just did some uploads, right? I did some uploads, videos of him because he was in a talkative mood. That is only for Patreon, right? I'm not posting it anywhere else. Everything that goes on Patreon is something that's different. Grandpa's pretty nice. Everything he does is pretty similar, but they're different pictures and random videos and stuff like that. So I love the app, and that's basically what I wanted to do with our website in the first place. That never happened. So love just the random pictures for Grandpa. Oh, hi Tammy. Good. I love that you're here. So if you are interested in spending a latte a month, Patreon, you have to download the app and subscribe to my channel. And that is in my bio. Oh, I'm sorry, Warrior. Hang in there. That's a tough thing. And I'm sure she appreciates you doing the best you can. And that's, one of the things that you guys have to remember is that doing the best we can is all we can do in life. Caregiving, life duties, everything like that. Oh, Warrior. Yikes. What's going on? I like you a lot today. Thanks, Kels. That's gotta be horrible. Because you don't know what the screaming is for, right? Is it screaming because she's in pain? Is it screaming because she's scared? And it's so hard sometimes. So I'm sorry, that's tough. And I just keep my fingers crossed, right? That we will be fortunate enough to not have to deal with something like that. But I don't know. We don't have a magic 8-ball that's gonna tell us, what we're gonna do. It's scary. And I think, was it Joyce that just said something? Our website took a turn, right?
the person we were in business with turned out to be something we didn't want to be associated with anymore. And we charge $4.95 for that. So Patreon is a great way to make up for that and have my control, right? That's the biggest thing that I wanted, was to be able to control the things. I can put multiple things out a day. I love doing that, you know? I also left a video up saying, you know, hey, if you guys want to see something else, let me know. And I had some people say, I love what you're doing. Everything you're doing is great. And then I have people say, hey, more blogging about your day, you know, maybe getting ready with you, what you do. There's not much I do with this. So I will do the lowest, shipping and handling. There's no shipping and handling, I promise you, there is no shipping and handling. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Hello, Roger, what's up? Happy Monday. Monday is the day of the week, the first day of the week, right? Sunday, we start feeling a certain way, right? Sunday, we start feeling a certain way. And then Monday hits us like a big boulder coming, rolling down that mountain. And here we are. Here we are, facing the week. Waiting patiently, eagerly for Friday to hit up again, so we can have some fun and relaxation. And I don't know why, you know, because I don't work outside of the home, but I still feel it. I feel it. Here's the thing, MJ. I agree. No shipping and handling. For Patreon, there's no shipping. There's no handling. There's nothing. The other site is coming up. Terry May, Patreon is already up. Patreon has been up for about a month now. So, no update. No update. We won't probably retest for another couple more weeks. Patreon's already there. So it's an app you download and you follow us. Yeah, Otis, right? It's horrible. Here's I ain't saying anything. Wait. Anyhow, hi Kim Brown, how are you? Happy Monday. Tonight is a live night. We took a good break. We thought about doing some lives. I needed some mental breaks this weekend. So Saturday, I didn't come on yesterday for those of you looking. I just needed some time. Like I said, it's okay to take your time. It's okay to set those boundaries. It's okay to not answer your phone. It's okay to do what you want to do sometimes. Trish, I get it, me too. Sunday, even though I don't have to go dress and get into an office, I still think about my week. I still think about everything I've got to accomplish, right? I start thinking about the next phase of our business. I start thinking about everything. I give myself a little bit of time on the weekends, right? I allow myself to have some time to unwind from social media. I give myself some time to try to get my mind right. Sometimes, you know, I just give myself that time for not talking on the phone because I'm always talking, right? I'm always talking, and sometimes I'm tired of talking. Sometimes I want to sit in my solitude, eat my sour candies, in bed, and watch TV. And that's what I did yesterday. I didn't even comment on videos. I didn't even do anything. I posted them, but I said, nope, I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like doing it. I'm done. I'm out. I'm exhausted. And then I put it on the Kardashians and it really pissed Dan off. But y'all, Jersey Shore's coming back. It's coming. Bum, bum, bum. Hi, Mark. How you doing? And I had some sour candies. Have a date night together. No, we don't really have date nights. You know, we used to do the date night thing. And it just became, yes, Sammy is coming back, y'all. Sammy is coming back. Sammy is coming back. Yes. And did you see on the Housewives, Vicky's coming back. Y'all, come on, how exciting is that shit for those of you who watch the reality TV? Also, I started watching the Kardashians. I had a couple that have, they made me laugh. And I was like, I don't understand. Why? I said, because they make me laugh. They're ridiculous. They're over the top. And it's mind-numbing to me. That's why. Vicky's coming back. I like all sour candies. I'm an equal opportunity sour candy eater. What's Crappy Lake? No, I don't listen to Bethany. She bugs me. I'm very specific with who, yeah, that's her. Sammy's the sweetest bitch you'll ever meet. I'm going to take that new title. Sammy. I'm the sweetest bitch you'll ever meet. I heard that this morning. It's a Simple Life. So my friend, it was filmed in her town, Tiffany. No, I know. So I don't watch no, JWoww. I can be JWoww. I could. And you think I'm JWoww? Oh my God. That's funny. It's my guilty pleasure. I do work out every day. I try to. Hot tamales are really good. Mary, put them in the freezer. I love everything in the freezer, y'all. I have a freezer. I love it. Just don't chomp really hard because you break a tooth or a crown. No, they haven't showed who she's dating yet. However, the singing thing, if any of you, the Michigan Housewives, I don't think so. They don't even have the Elk Grove Housewives. So I only watch OC and Beverly Hills for the Housewives. I did a stint in Salt Lake. Those girls were a mess. But I just don't have, oh good, Kay. I didn't even know you were off it. I didn't have, I just don't have a lot of time, right? So I gotta really like keep my basics low. The New York was good. OC is my favorite, and Beverly Hills. I love sour candies. And did you know sour candies, for all those of you with anxiety, sour candies is really good for anxiety, right? Ice, sour candies, and Vicks. Y'all, for those of you who have it. And if you can't, and I haven't had sour candies in probably a week, but last night I needed it. I just needed them. My day just needed them. So I ate them with my Kardashians, and they were so good, and they were in the freezer. So they are magnificent. So if y'all love me and want to help me in any way, everything that I like is sour candies. That's it. I'm not a cookie eater. I'm a chip eater. And, well, there you have it. Chips and cookies. Chips and sour candies. They are good for anxiety. So I was doing some research on TikTok yesterday, and all my time I had in my bed on my ass, and there's a lot of people who were talking about, yes, Terry May, next week, they were talking about how anxiety, because it's sour, so it tricks your brain into kind of getting it back in the right algorithm. Ice too, anything like that, or Vicks, the smell. So if you have, whatever, if you have anxiety and you get social anxiety a lot, then keep some sours in your car, in your purse, anything. So that way, if you feel some sort of anxiety, put one in your mouth and enjoy the ride. My friends are bitching because I didn't have the snacks that they liked. So next time, send me a fucking list and I'll make sure to go shop. It's so funny. I used to, Mary, I've been trying to lay off of them because chocolates are not good for anxiety. Y'all, we're just talking strictly anxiety. Ice Vicks or sour candy. Hi Namaho Angel, how are you? So yes, those are important things to have. Yes, social phobia sometimes, well, it has to be anxiety. Phobia I have. I don't think the sours will help the phobia. I have phobia when I get in my car. But if you get anxiety, that's, yeah, anything's really sweet and sour, right? Oh shit. Did I take my anxiety medicine? I think I did. This morning I did. Yes, and medication. But medication's not for everybody. You know, medication wasn't for me until last year. So that's, you know, try Vicks, fat boy. And anything too, if you have, it avoids, it helps, here's what it helps, let me say. It helps, if you are gonna get banged. I like banged better. Alcohol can help a little bit. However, it helps a panic attack, right? So if you feel a panic attack coming on, it's not going to cure anxiety, but it'll help with the panicky feeling. Casinos help my anxiety too, especially when I'm winning. But when I'm losing, I'm sad. I haven't, that's good, Sharon. So maybe if you have anxiety, you use ice or Vicks. Takes time, Michelle, yep. I take Lexapro. I've been doing it for probably about 8 months now, or less, and I love it. So, shit, again? Damn it. I need to hang out with people who win. I do have sweet feet. I have to say, I do believe I have really nice feet. I do, especially after a fresh petting. They look really good. And you know, sometimes I was always surprised because I never thought that big feet were cute, right? Until I started looking at feet. I started looking and, you know, assessing people's feet. And then I realized, shit, my feet are nice. I really do have nice feet. And I've always been kind of one of those people who are like, ooh, you know, I'm not a big, like, foot person. But the more I look around and see when people have their piggies out, I'm looking around, I'm like, damn, all right, they're cute, I like it. Sharon, sometimes sugar does get us, right? It's an addiction. Yeah, that's the thing. Navajo probably left. Me and Deb would still be in the casino gambling it away. And if it was still there, we'd still be there, like 5 weeks later. What's your key to pain? I don't really know what that means. Backness. I don't know. Yes, Mary, I think my anxiety came, no, I had anxiety when I was younger. I can't even say, but I think it catapulted. No, because I had panic attacks before my mom died. So, no, I was going to say, but yeah, I don't know. Life just sucks, right? I'm proud of you for being a friend. For who? Ed or Dan? Which one? Andrew? Yeah, anything can cause anxiety, but for the most time, anxiety is caused by just your brain chemistry. Hello today, how are you? I did nothing yesterday. I sat on my arse. I didn't exercise. I was tired. Yes, I have a size 10, but I am proud to say my size 10 feet are cute. I think they are anyway. Yeah. So anywho, I did. It was really hard for me though. I have a hard time. Look, I just blew snot up there. I have a hard time with sitting still. It was a big mental thing for me yesterday. It was a mental struggle. It was really, because I kept thinking, well, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll just do the bike. Maybe I'll do, maybe, you know, and then I finally just said, no, you know, I don't have it.
I'm going on a quick walk.
Right.
You're alive today?
It's Monday.
Are you doing good? Are you positive?
I'm getting mentally down in the dumps now.
Mentally down in the dumps?
Yeah.
I can change that. I'll be back in an hour. You be showered.
Get out of here.
I'm serious. I mean, don't hit me with that. We'll have a good
get over that. That pisses me off. So that was really hard for me, you know, sitting still and feeling guilty about it. Feeling guilty. Yes, Michelle, it is. Dennis knows. Everything relates to sex. I hate it. Everything. And that, like I told him yesterday, I said, be socially aware. You know, be socially aware. Notice the signs when I'm struggling, right? Notice the signs when I'm sitting on my ass all day long. Something's not right. Just let me be. He didn't bug me about sex yesterday. So that was nice, but but you know, other things, like I'm sleeping on the bed and he wakes me up. What? Like you sleep? What? Huh? I'm sleeping. You know I don't feel good. I didn't exercise. I wanted food, so I ate. I just couldn't get out of bed. I didn't want to get out of bed. And my body was just exhausted. And so I took the day, but it hurts this. It is, Patricia. I do not take pre-workout. This morning I think I had a half a cup of coffee and that's it. Sharon, I get that. He's always on the mind. Men, is it always on your mind? Are you always trying to expect something? And do you let your wives know? Or do you keep it in your brain to not piss off your wife? I need to know. Hi, Ames, how are you? Oh, that's good, Peter. That's good. Hi, William. I didn't see you sneak in. Mary, our town, are you talking about me? Well, it's cooler this week, at least right now. I'm tired today. I was just walking for a little bit. Now I'm running. Good morning, Benji. How are you? What's going on? William, I'm tired. I stayed in bed all day yesterday. I ate, and I didn't move. I didn't exercise. I didn't do anything. It's been a lot on my mind, so I think finally I hit a wall. And that wall said, girl, slow down. It said, slow down. Oh, thanks, Ames. I'm trying. We're not gonna go to Canada. Aww, have fun. Enjoy it. So no treadmill for you for a while. Fun, Amy. That's fun. I love antique stores. Me too, Barb. It's okay. Blah. It was blah. I should be. Well, because you can't say, really, you're not supposed to say the other word on social media. So we cloned shimmy as the, you know. Oh, yeah. Oh, silly me, Navajo. Silly me. So I'm going to stop. So the other day, Friday, I did 3 miles, run, walk, and then I did workout, and then Friday was a really hard day for me. Friday after that live kind of hit me weirdly. I don't know why. I just had a lot of sadness in my heart for some reason. And it took me a minute to regain. I literally, once I signed off, I started crying, which is good because I feel like I needed to get a lot out. There's been a lot going on. So I cried, and then I felt a certain way, and then I got up and I felt anxiety, so I went back on the treadmill for a mile, watched some funny shit, and no, that was before Andrew. That was before Andrew. That was the morning. It can be. It's okay. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm not embarrassed of it. I'm not ashamed of it. It's something obviously that I have needed to do, and I've just been, you know, sometimes I occupy my mind, right? So I don't have to deal with certain things. And so I think, you know, sometimes like this on Sunday, I woke up and my body was like, you're not doing anything. Like I just didn't have the energy to do it. I just physically, I felt tired and achy. Like my body was like, nope,
Doesn't matter how strong your mind is, you ain't getting on. You're not doing it. So I took the time and I said, you know what, as hard as this is for me, I'm going to, menopause sucks, right? Sometimes the hormones get the best of us, or, it affects our moods, and it does all these things. Plus, depending on where you're at in your cycle, if you're still having a cycle, it's just like a big bad force that's in your body. Yes. And so for me, what I do, right, is I put my attention in other things, like yard work, like cleaning, like doing all these things on top of everything else, spending extra time talking to people, helping others, because I don't want to deal with my shit, because my shit sometimes gets so overwhelming. It gets overwhelming, it gets suffocating, and sometimes I can't figure it out, so the best thing I do is run away from it. And that's okay, right? That's okay, it happens, and you cope, and then you get on, and then you pull up your big girl panties, and then you hit the track running, right? And that's what I do for the most part. But I have been running away from a lot of things, and things that I didn't know were really truly affecting me, in ways that I kind of acknowledged after a couple of eye-opening conversations. And so, anywho, so I dealt with it, and then Andrew's, numbers being a little higher kind of fucked me up, and had just kind of sent me that worry again. You have it, but when you see, that's not the word I want. When it's there, right? Normally when I get his numbers back, I'm like, okay, nerves, phew, all right. They are a little higher, but they're still within range. But yeah, it's just a little bit of everything. And it just stresses me out, especially my babies and everything else that's going on. So, which I don't share everything with everybody, believe it or not. Believe it or not, there's a lot of things that I keep inside. I do have some privacy that I don't share with people. And so some of those things have been catching up to me. And so I think a lot of these things have been affecting my moods, meaning, my exercise and my exhaustion and all those things. So, so I know I do share a lot, way too much sometimes, but there are, oh, Deb, I would love that. I know my neighbor, I'm waiting because she should be exploding with tomatoes right now too, and she always gives them to me. I love fresh tomatoes, y'all. That makes me happy. So anyhow, and I talk about it, right? I talk about it to you guys because I want you guys to realize that, I'm the same as you, right? We all do, things. We all react differently. We all go through life the same way. So, I share it because there's always somebody thinking or feeling the same way I am, and trying to make sense of it and trying to get your head on right. We can't help when that cloud comes over us. The only thing we can do is try to keep it at bay, right? Just try to keep it at bay. So somebody had said, do you guys go on date nights when Ed's gone? And the answer is no. Because here's the thing. When Ed's gone, I want silence. When Ed's gone, I enjoy the solitude. When Ed's gone, I love to sit in the family room kitchen where, that was normally my place, before we took him in, where I could just veg and get away from everything and just watch my TV, play games, do whatever I needed to do. It was my space. I have no space anymore, right? My exercise room was Ed's room. It's Ed's room now. That was my space. I don't have space anymore. Dan's space is our room. So when he's gone, I enjoy just to be in my space, on my couch, spread out, dogs in tow, and just chill and relax, because I feel that that's the most important for me. Dan and I have fun, Dan and I have fun on our lives together. We have fun in other ways, and to me that's enough. We used to go out, we used to
go on date nights. We used to have the fancy dinners back in the day. We used to do all that stuff. And I'm okay with doing what we do now. I'm content with my life. I think for me and for Dan, the biggest thing that we could do for ourselves is have those days where we can just, he can be in my room, our room, and I can be out here and adjust the thought process. Try to unwind in those ways. And that's what's important. That's what's important for our marriage, I believe. Yes, my garage and my farm. And that's the thing, is that, I've always thought about that too. And I'm like, I really don't have space. I don't have my space. When I go in the room now when Grandpa's here, Dan gives me that evil eye, right? He's looking at me like, what are you doing in here? This is my area. Hi, Alicia. This is my area, and he hates it because I'll bring the Zoom in and I'll talk to him, and I am infringing upon his downtime. So I'm thinking I lack, and I laugh because I'm like, well, where the fuck is my space? I don't have my room. I don't have my family room. There's no other space that I have. Fudge. So yes, my garage. This is not a fun space, Karen. This is not a fun space. It gets hot. Right, Kelly. And I used to love it when he would go to the office because it was my time. It was my time. HRT. Is that the exercise? Makes sense. I would trade that for day night. Yeah. Do I miss Ed when he's not there? No. And I say that because no. Here's an example. Last week we had him for 8 days, and our break was 3 days, and that didn't feel like it was hardly enough. Like I felt like we didn't even have a long enough break, right? For me, and I'm just speaking in all honesty. I get anxiety, right, the night before he comes back. I get anxiety the night before he comes back because I think to myself, gosh, I just really want one more day. Just one more day of unwinding, one more day, like yesterday, right? Yesterday, I wasn't in the mood to deal with anybody, and that's hard. It's hard when you have to caregive, when you have him and you're in that mood. It's mentally hard because you just want to be left alone. You want to be left alone. And so Dan took him so I could have my time and stuff like that. Yes, Ron, it's exhausting. He's up and down all day. You have to explain 50,000 times a day, sometimes back to back, 25 seconds, 5 seconds. It's mentally tiring. Along with your other shit you're at war with in your head. And so it is tiring. And so, it is those days it's hard. And when you have them for 8 days, it's taxing, and then to have a little bit of break and then to get them back, right, is like, oh, here we go again, like you're finally just starting to decompress, and then you're finally doing it, and then all of a sudden he's back, and then it's like, ugh, I'm not ready. And then you have to get ready because you have no choice. It's, yes, mentally and physically exhausting because like yesterday, I still had to make him dinner. I still had to make salad. I still needed to do all these things that I didn't really necessarily want to do. I had just fallen asleep on the bed just for a little cat nap, and I said, please take your dad with you, so I don't have to deal with that stress, right? Of him being there and having to worry about him walking outside or, whatever. So yes, Dan did take him. How do you shut your brain down? You can't when you're with him. You can't when you're with them. Your brain's always on. It's kind of like having a toddler in that sense. Some people get mad at the people who say it's like having a kid. Well, it is. Because even though I may be laying down in my bed, just trying to get a couple of deep breaths in, you're still listening, right? You're still trying to figure out, is he into something? Dan, can you go get up? I hear him in the kitchen. What he's doing. I'm always listening for something. I'm always paying attention. It's exhausting, and when he's not there, you don't have to think about that. You just relax, you do your thing, and that's it. So it's constant alert. It's just exhausting sometimes. Put cameras around the house. That doesn't help because you're still stressed out. You're still stressed out. And so it doesn't constantly, you still listen, even though you hear him, you still, like yesterday, he was in the kitchen. I heard him do something, a bowl dropped, and, you hear him go, God damn it. So even though, you hear a God damn it and you had cameras, you're still having to get up and deal with it, So yes, you don't ever, get that, you can't shut your mind off. And then when you're asleep, right, your mind is still going because every sound you hear is that, was that grandpa, is that the animals, is he hurt? You kind of listen for, something. So it is. So the days off, I don't want to do anything. And sometimes Dan gets mad at me, right? Because Dan's like, let's go out and sit at the bar and just have some food and drinks. And I'm like, no, no. I don't want to, I just want to sit and just have the quiet, So sometimes I feel bad because I do. I'm just like, I don't want to go anywhere. Have fun, Amy. It is. It is. Yeah, I saw Rick. It's fine. He'll get situated. His cereal's out. We do have cats. Thank you, Couch Daddy. I hate cooking too. Yeah, they can't be left alone. Like right now, I have my Zoom on. So like Rick said, Grandpa's walking around. So he comes out, he'll assess the situation. His cereal's out. I put a cup by the coffee. The TV's on. So he'll come out, he'll look, and then he'll go back in and start getting ready for the day. And it takes him like a lot. Yeah, I always listen to Bronx Nana. Sometimes Melody, you have to, right, cry. Hi, Amy, how are you? Sometimes you do have to cry. Sometimes crying helps release the anxiety. Sometimes when I feel that pent-up anxiety in my chest and in my soul, sometimes the only way is to get back on the treadmill, or just cry. Or, like the other day, I can see all for the person with dementia, but it seems no one thinks about the caregivers. And that's the, Melody, thank you. And that's the thing that, people don't realize. Like I was talking about it with the Zoomies today, and it was quite interesting because, people are all, oh, poor Ed, poor this, poor that, it must be so scary. No, he forgets. What's hard is us, right? Caregivers. Because, no, I saw him, Stacy. I'm saying. We're the ones who suffer the most, honestly. Ed he may forget for the meantime, but he's back on, he's back on, he's on back, he resets, he forgets. But as caregivers, right? As caregivers, it's a snowball effect all day from the morning to the evening time. So we can't help but to get stressed out all day long, right? While doing everything. And that's why it's so important for me, to be advocates for the caregivers, and saying, hey, we get what you're feeling. We are doing it. We are feeling it. And at the end of the day, do I have the most patience? Fuck no, right? Fuck no. We don't have the patience. And sometimes we have to laugh, right? We have to say, oh, aren't you tired? It's bedtime. We have to do things because we are tired. Caregivers are tired when they do it all day long. Caregivers are exhausted. They're frustrated. They're sad because especially if they're doing it alone. We get help. But I couldn't imagine those of you who do it 365 days a year without help. Hats go off to you, not me, because I got the help. So, yeah, God. There's a reasons why we don't have newborns when we're older. And if we do have them when we're older, it's an oopsie. Because, and that's why people are like, I just don't understand why you exploit your poor dad aging. Let him die in dignity. Let him do that. I'm sure he doesn't know he's being recorded. Well, bullshit to all that. Because number one, he knows he's being recorded. Number two, we show what we want to show. We don't show it all. Number three, we don't film him all day long. Because if he's not in the mood, if we're not in the mood, guess what? We do not film. And there's segments, a snippet of my day. So don't tell me and don't come on and bitch to me about what we're doing and how we're doing it wrong. Stop telling me about my fucking tone. Get over it. Get over it. And you complain about my tone, but after you complain about my very voice, what happens? Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate everything you do for me. Yeah, he seems so miserable. Some frickin' troll this morning said, yeah, I don't think he likes the way you talk to him. Oh, okay. You're ridiculous, you know? Leave caregivers alone. I don't fucking care about me. I'm fine. Easy ease your way on out of here. You know, I don't care about me because I can handle it, and I know in my heart when I'm doing right and wrong, and I know when I'm having a hard day. I know when I'm having a tough day, right? So I let them go for a little bit, and I hate, and he always remembers my name. He comes to me for the most part, right? He comes to me for the most part. Why is that? Because I must be that mean. And everybody, you're so mean to him. Yes, I'm so mean to him. Why is he smiling at me? Why? You guys, sit back and really think. If I was that mean to him, and if my tone was that aggressive and that horrible, do you think his family would allow me to care for him? Do you think my husband would allow me to care for him? Come on. Y'all, get out of your asses and pay attention to the real life of a caregiver. Caregivers have it the hardest. There are dementia patients, Alzheimer's patients, who scream, who cry, you know, and who, you know, are aggressive. We are fortunate in that. Ed, the worst we have to do is, you know, is just repeat ourselves, you know. I wish he could do work around the house. I wish he would take a chore. I wish he would do those things because it would make my life easier and it wouldn't make him so bored, right? But it doesn't happen. That's my hardest thing throughout the day. Talking when he's eating, because then he chokes. And, you know, oh, I can't believe you don't sit with him. No, we don't sit with him. But most of us, somebody's always in the room with him typically, or right next to him for the most part. Y'all need to stop. The people in the back, stop bitching. Stop bitching. Because the caregivers have the hardest job there is. The caregivers have the hardest job there is. And thank God, you know, I'm fortunate in the sense that where'd he go? Thank God, you know, we have it easier. I shouldn't say easier than some of the other individuals who caregive. Please leave the other caregivers alone. Leave them alone. It's hard without the constant scrutiny and the constant bitching of other people. Stop it. They're amazing. They took on this. Nobody has to caregive if they don't want to. We do it because we wanted to. We do it because we wanted to. That's it. That's it. Be respectful to the other caregivers. It's hard. It's hard. Oh, Mish, that's so hard. And that's the thing is, you know, it's like you don't know what to believe. It's Mark. I mean, you know, Bethany asked how Mark's patience was with him. Mark loses his patience too. There's not like there's anybody who doesn't. I would like to meet one caregiver that doesn't lose their patience. I would like to meet one caregiver that doesn't cry. I would like to meet one caregiver who whose voice doesn't get more clipped towards the end of the day, because sometimes they do respond better to precise, loud, short sentences. I would like to see one caregiver who doesn't
question themselves and how they're doing it and how much longer they can do it. Those are thoughts throughout the whole day that caregivers have. I can't do this anymore. What am I doing? You know, and feel that pain, feel that frustration, and feel bad and have guilt about how they're feeling it. Y'all, come on, be better. Do you think this makes you and Dan stronger? I think in certain ways, I don't think caregiving makes us, I think the whole kit and caboodle does. I believe that the evolution that I've made as a human has made us better. It's made him proud of me in so many different ways. I think it's made him respect me more. I think it's made our relationship, I think the social media journey has made us stronger as a couple. We have something that we do together now. You know, soccer was our passion before. And then when our daughter graduated, it's like, what the fuck do we do now? I mean, that was our whole identity, was soccer, you know, and sports and all that stuff. And then we found social media. And so it brought us closer together, I think, 100%. Yes, and Winnie, and that's one of the reasons why we jumped into the caregiving role, right, was Mark. Because Mark, Aiden, I'm doing two socials right now. I'm doing YouTube and TikTok. That was one of the reasons why we jumped in, was because Dan was worried about his brother. Dan was worried about his brother because nobody else was there to help. Nobody else wanted this job, right? And so Dan said, we have to help Mark out because he's going to die with the stress. And so that's when we started caregiving for Ed, right? Yes, what a day, right? I mean, holy moly, guacamole. How did you get one with the restaurant thing the other day? Did it go well? Oh, you mean Dos Coyotes? Yeah, I mean, it's fine. So we're just helping them, you know, people go there hopefully to see Ed and us and stuff. So yeah, thanks, Kim. So anyhow, yeah, just be respectful, you know, of caregivers. They're tired. They're worn out. They're not always happy. And most of the time they're very frustrated and sad because they're doing it alone and they're trying to find the strength every day. And they go to social media to help them cope or to just spread awareness, right? And then they get bashed, you know, from ignorant people who have no idea or think they're doing it wrong because the way they did it was better or different, right? And that's the thing. Here's the thing. There's no specific black or white for any dementia or Alzheimer's patient. Everybody reacts differently. Everybody does different things. And just because you did it one way does not mean that one way would work for others. And or same things, right? Like it's just not always work. Ed doesn't do chores. He doesn't want to do them. He wants to, he offers, but he doesn't want to do chores. We know he's bored, but there's nothing we can do to keep his boredom at bay, right? So that's it. And here's the thing too, a true caregiver who understands the ups and downs of the journey will never ever put somebody else down. So those of you that claim to be a caregiver and claim to have, you know, the best person available for them and the best emotional being and patience and perfect, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. Because nobody in this realm knows unless they're really doing it and they really feel the struggles. It's there. Caregiver burnout is real. Sometimes being responsible is tough. Sometimes it's exhausting and sometimes it's hard. And that's why they come on social media, is to help themselves and or get support. That's it. Or to help others in their journey. Say, hey, I'm doing it. It's tough. I'm here for you. I have mental illness. And most everybody does. And mental illness on certain days where people have debilitations with their mental illness and they still have to caregive. It's hard. It's hard. Oh, Holly, I'm sorry. It's a nice break for all of us. And we keep him longer for Mark because Mark's doing it alone. And yeah, some days I'm like, oh, it's not so bad. But then when he's gone, it's like, holy shit, I'm tired. I'm tired. You know, I'm tired. I'm tired. And then it's hard for me to be the best I can because I'm tired mentally. And I have a lot of people that rely on me. And sometimes I retreat. I don't want to talk. I don't want to deal. I just want to be left alone. And that's okay. And that's okay. 8 years. It is. And you know, hi Dan Pepper. We do have him now. Yes, it's hard. It's hard. Do I like my job? Do I love my job? I would say no. I don't love it every day. And I don't know if I love it per se. You know, I can't say I love it. And that's just truthful. That's just truthful. Oh, Judy, I kind of got that. I kind of got that the last minute. I didn't see what you said. It's the hardest thing, Judy. You're right. And that's why there's nothing to love about it. You know, and honestly, just to be truthful to myself, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I don't love it. I don't love being a caregiver. It's not my job, right? I didn't take this on to be a CNA or a nurse or anything like that. And I never would have thought I would have caregived, right? So I don't love what I'm doing. I love being a mom, but I don't always love what comes with it. I don't love the stress of it. I don't love the worry of it. I don't love, right, when they piss me off, right? So I can't say that I love it. But I do it. Because I'm a caregiver. Bye, Brandon. Oh, Joe, you're sweet. Enough said about me. Well, SJB, this is about me in the morning time. So, adios. Yeah, and my patience, and you can see when I have more patience and not with the idiots that come around. And that sometimes is the exhaustion of my brain, right? Sometimes I'm just exhausted. And then my boundaries are a little more snipped, right? Because I just don't have tolerance for mean, rude people. Yes, Patty, I agree with you. Yeah, BBN, that wouldn't work. I wouldn't want to work outside the home. You know why? Because there's so much on my plate here that there's nobody who can do it but me. It is 10 o'clock here. She has a big ego. It's all about her all the time. Stay-at-home dog mom. Ooh, girl. I have a big ego. Well, if you want to call my strength a big ego, then there you have it. But I'd rather have a big ego and be kind than being not so much of a big ego and being miserable and bitching at other people. Have fun with your dog, because that's how you got TP'd. Nellie, me too, Nellie. I try almost every day to wrap my head around people, right? And you can't fix people. I tell people that all the time. Like, you can hopefully give them insight and explain things to them, but you cannot fix people. But it's so sad to me, and I say this almost every day, how people are that miserable with themselves that they have to bitch on other people. They have to go on and bitch to people. Why? God. Thank you, love. I don't know. And it's Smiley Moo, and it's really, 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 really sad because most of those people are women. The other, the handful of men that do it are just assholes and they're control freaks, and they literally are the ones that probably beat their wives. Yes, I said it. Anyhow. Yeah, so somebody also said, yeah, and Kathy, you know me. I'm just like, support your fellow women. Like, you guys obviously need support. Those of you who come on and you're so angry with life that you have to belittle other people and bully them. Like, stay a moment. Listen. Maybe somebody can get through to you. Yeah, if my ego is that big, I appreciate her for saying I had a big ego. I think that's great. Yeah, in Smiley Moo, it's typically what happens, right? When women have strong personalities and we know what we want, we set our boundaries, and we like things a certain way, we're called a bees. And that's fine, you know? If that's what I am, then go me. Welcome to the bee. And that's why I say, we're sobs, strong ass bitches. Because, yeah, if that makes me a bad person for standing up for what I believe in, then I'd rather be a bitch. Anyhow, hi Ashy. It is hard, Ashy. It is hard. And that's why I preach it. I preach it. I give you the honest answers. And some of the honest answers people don't want to hear. And I think that that's a lot of the reasons why people have a hard time with me, because they don't want to hear the real stuff, because they themselves couldn't tell you and tell hundreds of people how they really feel because they're insecure. I'm not insecure. I'm true to myself. I know how I feel. I don't feel bad speaking my mind, nor do I feel bad of having the feelings I have. It took me a long time to get here. Everybody's shit smells the same. Well, not all the time, Matthew. Sometimes they don't smell, and sometimes they smell really bad. Holly, I get that. It's easily to be angry all the time because you're just so tired. You don't have anything else to give, being a caregiver. Oh God, Yogi, female or male? Here's something real. You are an old ass lady trying to look young. No, I'm not trying to look young. If I was trying to look young, I would have injections in my face. And I would be wearing things that young people wear. Instead, I'm a 49-year-old woman who, yes, is getting older and is just trying to live life and hold up to the negative comments that I get every day. Adios, Yogi. There are some crazy people out there. Again, it's hard. Social media is a tricky beast. You are faced with ignorance every day. You are faced with people telling you how to do it better and how wrong you're doing it. You are told how horrible you are. You are told that you're a bitch. You are told that you wish you die. People gives me things and saying, I hope you die. I hope you get this disease and you suffer like you're making Ed suffer. And it's like, y'all. So yeah, some days it's hard. Some days, and the thing is that I know my true worth, I know my true value, and I know what my heart is. And I know that I'm very flawed, but I know I do the best I can every day, and that makes me good. That makes me perfect. That makes me who I am today. And yeah, I get death threats every day, at least one. Mm-hmm. No. So if that doesn't make you stronger, I don't know what will. And you know what's funny is that my husband doesn't get them, but I do. Um, and do you think my husband? How would you think my husband would feel if he knew um, who those messages came from about you as a person? I don't think he would like you, and I think he would block you. Be respectful. Damn pepper, that's my. Oh, it is bad, Christy, and it's so funny. Because I do. Dan's like, how come I never get that? And I'm like, because I'm a woman. Because I'm a woman. And I'm not his real blood. And people have that much hate in their lives that they wish ill will against me. Because I'm that horrible. So, yeah, Mandy, I mean, you know. Oh, really, Nadia? Yeah, you know, I think if Dan saw somebody say something like that to me, um, if he ever saw somebody aggressive with me, like on a live or something like that, like aggressive, like other than calling me a B or something like that, he would probably lose his cool because I do a lot for him. He loves me. Days, of course I'm different with Ed because I have a different personality than Dan does. But remember, you see what we allow you to see. You don't see it all. And people form judgment based on what they see. They can't walk around with their eyes open. And to me, that's closed-minded people who say, well, Dan just seems better than you are. Well, if that's a judgment and that's an assumption you want to make, because I don't hide me. I'm true to who I am and how I say it. But you guys assume that based on my tone or my voice, I'm a horrible person. Tone, voice has nothing to do with anything, y'all. I take care of it. I don't fake my emotion. I don't fake my strongness. I don't fake my ability to get shit done throughout the day. I am on a mission. Every hour, every minute in my household, I'm going to the next thing. That doesn't mean I'm bad. It just means I'm trying to get my shit done before a live or before dinner time or before I have to go somewhere, take grandpa somewhere, do laundry, clean up. You guys have to look at yourselves before you reflect reflect on yourselves before you attack others. Reflect on yourselves and how you're getting through the day or what you did the beginning of the day, because guarantee you most of you have lost your shit by the time you get to me. But yet you want to take it out on me. I'm truthful. If I'm going to be your punching bag, I will be your punching bag. But make sure you reflect and you look at yourself in the mirror before you project upon others. I'm not explaining myself, Hanson the cat. I feel sorry for the people who think I'm explaining myself. I am trying to enlighten people and hoping that they maybe could see reason for other people that they attack. It's not about me. It's not about me. It's about how people make others feel. This is not about me. I'll take your death threats all day long. If it means that people start attacking the people who are doing it by themselves, and the people who need these social media apps to get through the day, I'm protecting them, not me. Attack away. I could give two shits about what people say about me because I know who I am. I'm trying to get it out to them for others, not for myself. It's really sad how many bullies you have. Here's the thing about the threats, the death threats, the shit that I get on my emails. Yeah, I mean, you can block them, but they use fake shit because they're cowards. You know, the people who attack me on social media, try to report me for negative whatever they want to report, lives, those are insecure people. They're angry people. They're people who want to but they would never say, we never get reports of who does it, right? Because why? I think that's stupid. I think if you file a claim against somebody on social media, I believe you should be notified as who has done it so you can block them and protect yourself. Because those people are typically the same people. And I can tell you that I know that I've had so-called friends do it as well. And it's hard. It's hard for creators because you have so much hate out there already. And to give them that much more control, they would never say it to my face. Because they're pussies. And I see every time they say that, I always say that. It's unfair that they have this much control when they're mad at you or they're pissed off at you, and yet we don't know who they are, so we can protect ourselves as creators, so we can protect ourselves. That's scary. It's scary. It's those same people that are sending me death threats. It's those same people that are wishing ill will against me, not towards my family, me. Me. But what they don't realize is that when they wish ill will against me and want me to die and want me to suffer with some illness, they are hurting my family. They are hurting my family. Because what would happen if somebody took my life? What happens if I really did get sick? What do you think would happen to my family? What do you think would happen to Dan? God, selfish people. Selfish people. My husband and I have been married 26 years. He loves me. I love him. And if I was cruel in any which way to anybody in my family, do you think my husband would tolerate it? No. Respectfully, and I wouldn't tolerate it from him. And when he's out of line, guess what? I put him in line. And if I'm ever out of line, guess what? He puts me in line. Because that's what we do. Because we love each other. He is happy with me. And when you threaten me, you're threatening him too. Just saying. Tom Petty, hey, what's up? Sean, you know what? I can see that you need to, adios. Yeah. So Sean, is having a little bit difficult. Sean, just so you know, I don't need people to tell me I'm right. I know I'm right. I don't need validation from people. I validate myself. So just so you know, I'm the only person I need in my ring. I don't need people, and I don't say it to get validation. I say it to allow people to see how crazy the world is. Sean. I don't need validation from anybody. Hi, Abby. Enjoy. Be safe. Be safe. I brush my teeth. Just kidding. Um, so I hid Sean, so don't worry about it. And is that the attention he wanted? A block? Well, he's gone. Because I will not tolerate disrespect and bullying from anybody. And I'm sorry if you find that threatening or giving him the attention he needs. I will not, nor will I allow anybody on either one of my pages to push it too far. Once they push it too far, they are out. You don't like the way I run things, you can leave too. Yeah, and so sometimes like I allow certain people to stay along, but there is a certain limit, especially if one does not shut their effing mouths and keeps going on. And so, and my moderators know that no, I don't. Occasionally, you know what I do, SK? I brush, obviously, and then I put a little peroxide on my toothbrush. You missed the smart guy, yeah. Telling me that I'm doing this and that he's not going to sit around and allow me to seek validation of everybody telling me how right I am and how sorry I am. No, Sean. How rude calling Ed an old man. He has a name. No shit, he has a name. Oh no, Pumpkin, what happened? Oh, Mario, peace out. Mario, let me help you a little bit because you seem like an evil man too. Hi from Turlock. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else needs to be gone? Because I'm ready. I'm ready. They're firing away left and right. It's so sad. So sad. Casino trip soon. No rainstorms. Hi from Lodi, Kristen. I need to make it to Lodi. I don't know his name. He is old. Yeah, it's so funny because people get so bent out of shape when we're like, you're old. He's like, I'm 91, and he'll look. He goes, that's old, right? And then I'm like, yeah, you're old. That's called fun. That's called enlightening the thing. That the humor, trying to find humor in things. There is nothing wrong with having fun. People don't like it. They look at it as mean. Sorry, we are trying to keep the humor. Sorry, we are trying to keep Ed on his toes. Sorry, we're trying to keep his mind working. And sorry, we are trying to make him outlive his life as best as he can. Now, why do I feel like I'm talking like Matthew McConaughey in A Time to Kill? I feel like I'm dragging things out. Anybody see A Time to Kill? And I feel like I love Matthew. Well, I did. I don't really necessarily like him as much anymore, but I feel like when I'm talking, it's like, why am I talking like, what's going on? Matthew McConaughey. Tennessee trip coming soon. I don't know, Chip Van. I don't know. We're Sandra Bullock. Hot. It was hot. All right. Hi from Chowchilla. I used to drive through Chowchilla. It is a good whatever. How's Andrew? He's fine. Clueless, but fine. Hello in San Antonio, burning up in Texas. You're welcome. That's one thing I can promise you. I will always be real. I will share all the emotions, happy, sad, or not. Hi, Merzetti. Bye, Patty. Have a good day. Hi in Germany. Good evening. Good evening. Where the heck are you? Say what? Yes, I think he's living the life he wants to live. So I appreciate that. Um, you're welcome, Smurf. Me? I hope you're talking to me. If not, I'm going to take the compliment anyway. Yes, I'm a California transplant. From Nashville, Tennessee. My mama took us from Nashville and drove us all the way out in her white VW Bug with red seat interior. Um, so I have to tell you something that was really funny yesterday. You remember how I told you I saw my mom on the couch the other day outside? So all of a sudden I heard Dan go, "Wait, what?" And Dan came in the room and he's like, "Grandpa literally just said he saw somebody sitting on the couch outside." And I said, "What?" He said he literally was like, "Who's outside?" All right, Ma. Mother. Is that you again playing tricks? Shit. Yeah, no, seriously. Dan came in yesterday and he was like, "Yeah, my dad just said he saw somebody outside on the couch." Yes, she is passed. And I literally saw her the other day sitting on my couch. So apparently Grandpa saw somebody out there. Was it my mom? Yes, yesterday, Zelda. Yes, yesterday. He literally, Dan was like, "There's nobody outside, Dad." And he literally, "No, you can't make this shit up." Like, how coincidental was that? Just saying. How coincidental is that? Anyhow. Elizabeth, swallow your tongue. Hecka, no. I saw my mommy the other day sitting on the couch, just smiling at me. Apparently yesterday he was walking back to our room with Dan and he said, "Who's sitting on my couch?" or something like that. Anyhow. Yes, but I was pissed because I need to see her. I need to apologize for running away if that was her. I mean, what the hell? Dan, I was like, "What?" Bye, Doodle Mom. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, maybe, Dolores. I mean, how cool is that? Nobody. There was nobody on the couch. Grandpa's doing good. He's up. I haven't been inside yet, but he's up. All the stuff. I hope she knows. I'm sorry. Oh, Sue. I know it's, again, we are very fortunate. I tell Dan, as frustrating as it is and how he is, we're fortunate in his behaviors, right? Ultimately. No, I already did run. I hope she knows. I think she does know. She's probably laughing. If it was my mom, she's laughing. My mom was a lot like me. Very, she has her vulgar side. She is very empathetic. She's always trying to help people. She was always there for her siblings if they needed money or they needed help or guidance, whatever. She was there. The difference is she was very passive. She was not as high energy as I am. And it's funny because you would think that I, take after my mom. Like, I think I just became so ADHD after her death and through hormones and everything like that. But my mom was my energy level, no. My mom was very, like, Andrew's personality reminds me of my mom a lot. Yeah. Anyhow, I just thought you guys would like that. That's been on my mind too, is that Grandpa saw somebody outside on the couch. Now, he is 91. He is 91. So, sometimes we do. Anyhow. My mom, yes, she was very young looking, Lisa. And when she came to me, no, Sarah, that was the first time. And I ran away like a scared chicken. I was like, "Fuck, get me out of here." So normally,
like she's in a dream or something, but I haven't seen her in a long time. So it kind of tripped me out. Oh, I I am like her in a lot of ways. Yes. I think the older I get, the more I feel like I'm her. But she looked young. She looked probably, like I said the other day, I'm jealous, Tom. I wish I dreamt about my mom a lot. That's why I think it like freaked the fuck out of me, because I was like, and then I ran away. La la. I do too. I would love it. And I wasn't prepared. Oh, you did, Pam? Holy shit. So it scared me. Oh, Smiley knew that would too. My watch band came with the, this was the band that came with my watch. And it's not my favorite, but I just haven't gone around. I know, hecka, and that's when yeah, Pam, see, it scared me. And I just ran and I said, I just saw my mom on the couch. And Dale was like, what? Did you take anything? I was like, no, I didn't. But she was there. And she looked like she was about, my mom died at 53. I know, I'm sure she does, Pat. And she looked like she was when she was like 49-ish. In my vision when I saw her. And her cheeks were, every time I see her cheeks are very pink, very like bright and shiny, like almost like she has like a what do you call it, you know, when you put on your eyes that would accentuate your, like a frosty, why can't I think of the makeup that you use, not like even a blush, but it's like a accent, not a rouge, but it's, you know, the frosty pink color, a highlighter. Thank you. God, that was difficult. A highlighter, yes. Kind of like a highlighter, you know, with like pink, rosy cheeks, but like the highlighter on top of it. So every time I see her, she's very like lively and beautiful, like almost like she has a filter on, you know, she looks that youthful. So I know in my mind, like she's very happy, right? I have a friend who sees, I have a friend that says every time she sees her dad, he looks sickly. And that pains me because I'm like, okay, well, that means he's not well. Like, he's not maybe come to terms with it. I don't know. But I love the fact that she's always illuminated. You know, she's so beautiful. And the night she came to me, when she died, she didn't look, it was funny because I remember it vividly. Her hair was like her cancer hair, right? Like it was really tightly curled. It wasn't like her normal hair. It was the hair, like current day hair. And I was crying and I was shaking, but she looked beautiful. Her hair was tight and curly and with salt and pepper, but she was beautiful, beautiful. And so every time I see her, her hair is never the same as it was when she had cancer after it grew back. It's now what it was before the cancer. So I'm like, okay, well, isn't that weird? I don't know. Oh, you did, Tanya? Oh, shit, that would like scare me. Nobody knows who Ed saw. We don't know. Yeah, a Smurf, and I'm sorry, because, you know, like I said, we're very fortunate to have, you know, the situation we have, you know, because not violent, and hopefully he'll never get that way. And hopefully he will die, right, like he is, right? Fingers crossed, because it would be great. And maybe she is healed, and maybe that's what she is like better. And here's a weird thing. My mom always felt that she was going to die early. She always said that. She's like, I don't have a long life to live. She always felt in her heart that she was going to die early. She didn't think it was going to be 53, but she felt like she was going to be like late 60s, something like that. She always said, she goes, I don't know, like, I just feel like I'm dying in my 60s. How fucking weird is that? And she died at 53. And I used to get mad at her for saying it, because I was like, no, you can't die. Like, what? I need you. Your grandkids need you. Like, you can't leave me. And she goes, I don't know. Stop, Nadia. Jesus.
Yeah, she always said that. And she died at 53. And I was like, damn it. This is why, you manifest that shit. Manifest. No, it did not prepare me. Because, you always have these feelings, but you never think they're going to come to fruition. Especially when I'm like late 20s, just starting babies and shit. And then she's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm dying in my 60s. Well, fuck you. What do you mean you're dying in your 60s? Wait, now you tell me? I used to get so mad at her for saying that. I was like, that really makes me mad. Like, don't say that. That hurts my soul. And she died. Fuck. I wish she would have lasted to, like, at anything. I wish she would have given me more years, right? But, oh well. The fuck? Yeah, and I yelled at my mom. I told you, I yelled at her the day before she died. Because she didn't want to talk to me. Fuck that. You're talking to your daughter, your only daughter. You're going to love it, you're going to like it, and you're going to do it. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. That's how we were. 40, that's horrible. No, my husband will not test to see if he has dementia, because dementia, cancer, what the fuck? We're all going out somehow. Why didn't you do that? That's wrong. Why? Why is it wrong? She talked to me. And that's our relationship. That's the thing that people get cross-contaminated, right? The way I am with my mom, or the way I was with my mom, and the way I said it to her, that was our relationship. That is not wrong. That was our relationship. It might not be right for you or your personality, but those were our personalities. Doesn't mean I was wrong in doing that. I will fucking not stop using bad words. You don't like my fucking language, you can adios. It's plain and simple. I'm 49 years old. I'm an adult. I have language that I like to use, and I use it. I don't need people talking to me and telling me how to do it. It's a messed up relationship. But is it really a messed up relationship? Evangelina, how can you say that's a messed up relationship? How do you have the audacity to come on here and tell me that's a messed up relationship? That was my mother. That was how we communicated. That was our love language. And how are you on here telling me that what you do is right? Because what you're doing right now on my channel is talk about no morals. Thank you, Christine. Talk about no morals. How dare people preach to me about something, but then come on and you're doing the same fucking thing? What? That's what I can't understand. How can these people not see that what they're doing is worse than what you think I'm doing? Fuck. Jesus. You all have problems. Y'all have problems if you think that you're not being a hypocrite. Holy shit. Look, think, reflect before you type. And Lord help you if you speak it to somebody's face, because I would start learning how to dodge. Because you say that shit to my face in person, you're likely to get a right hook. Because my right side is, what would Jesus do? Is that what that means? What would Danielle do? We would have to, what would, I don't know. What would Jesus do? That's my news thing. What would Jesus do? And then you have all the religious people come in after me. Well, I mean, now you got to bring the religion into it? Oh, Lord. Here we go. Ugh. Yeah, what would Jerry do? My right hook is stronger than my left. What would Danielle do? What would Danielle do? There, WWDD. What would Danielle do? Well, the first thing she might do is tell you fuck off. The second thing she might do if you were in front of her face, which you wouldn't be, is give you a right hook or a kick in the vagina or the penis or a throat punch. Because, throat punch is really quick.
Here's the thing, Lamar. You have to remember, everybody does things differently. Everybody does things differently. That's the point. Heck, pray for me, please. I need it. I need a lot of praying today because I can tell my patience is going to be pushed and exceeded today. Well, Rondale, if you've never seen me like this, then you haven't been around because I'm always this way. We all have a relationship with our families. And because you do things differently doesn't mean we don't, because we do it differently than you do it doesn't mean we're wrong. So, you know, whatever. Like it, love it, or don't. And if you don't, can you have margaritas in a Bible study? Can you have some for me? Put it in your coffee cup so nobody knows, Hecka. Even your wife. Don't tell her. Shh. No, I don't apologize. I don't apologize. The only thing I apologize for is if I make a wrong. If I like attack somebody and they didn't mean it that way, or if I hurt somebody's feelings unintentionally. That's the only time I fucking apologize to anybody. I do not fucking apologize for my language, nor do I apologize for saying goddamn. That's something I was raised in. I don't fucking cuss for me being me and me being a strong ass bitch. Thank you. It does. Because, you know, Catbird, you know, it's tough, right? It's tough. Caregiving is tough. And when you're dealing with, you know, your family is tough. Damn it, family is tough. Family is difficult. Family is almost as hard as caregiving. Sometimes. I'm not doing anything. You guys are just keeping me from talking. Keeping me from working out. Oh, this feels so heavy. And probably everybody has a different way of handling it, right? I don't know. Like, luckily, me, Dan, and Mark, we all are kind of on the same page, right? So when we do things all similar, right? So, you know, hey, this is what we did when Dad did this, or, you know, blah, 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 blah. So that way we're all on the same page. And that's important, right? Because you have to, it's like parents, right? You have to be on the same page when you do that. So I don't have to be stuck with my family. I can fucking walk away from my family too. You know, you got to do what you got to do in certain times. So we always communicate in how we have dealt with certain things, or know new things that, right, climb into the picture. Like sometimes there are new things, and so Dan will call Mark and be like, all right, well, this is a new one. Dad, blah, 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 right? And Mark's like, oh, Jesus, you know. And we laugh and we make fun of it because that's how we get through it. That's how we cope. We laugh. We need to cry sometimes. And sometimes to prevent from crying, we laugh. I made up a memory care song. Yeah. You heard me. One day, I was so frustrated, I started singing a memory care song. I made it up. I did. I was like, memory care, you are going to, because I was stressed. I was frustrated, right? I was at my wit's end. So, and it's funny. So now, me and my friend sing it. She watches her mom, and so she has the same thing. She gets frustrated. So we start singing a song. We even wrote lyrics to it. We sung it to the Zoom, and we had them vote for the best memory care song. Because we have to have fun while doing it. You have to, you have to laugh. You have to make jokes. You have to fucking do these things, or else you're going to go insane. Memory care. I did. Spoof. It's not a spoof. I did it. And so anyhow, we had fun with it. And sometimes we laugh, you know. Sometimes I start singing memory care underneath my breath. Oh no. Shit. Well, Catbird, that's when you need to start adjusting the undergarments.
you have to have fun, and that's what we do. Is laugh because it's frustrating, and sometimes a memory care song is needed.
Is he up?
Yeah, he's up.
I look old in this hat.
You look old.
Who was that dude that said, "You're with me for my money"? Because did you see that dude? Who the hell said that? Is he still here?
I'm with you for your money.
Yeah. Because did you see the dude? Like, I'm so heinous that you have to be with me for my money.
No, I think
What money,
I
first
think
of
it was,
all?
right. Well, that's the first question. But I think he was talking to Grandpa. I think he was saying because he kept going on and on. So he kept saying.
Oh, then you're
only,
forgiven. I thought you were. Oh God damn.
Yeah, you've been eating a lot.
All right, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get back.
So a lot of people have been. He was saying that because I'm only with you to get Grandpa's money. Easy E was his name. And he just finally lost. I lost my patience with his stupidity, so I blocked him. But
Grandpa has 6 kids. He's not gonna leave a whole lot of money.
I try to explain that to people.
All right.
Oh, and the fact that we don't.
I wish Grandpa had a lot of money.
And the fact that we don't touch his money because we don't have access to it. So there's also that. Anyhow. So I just wanted you to know that. Yeah, he was nasty. He was a pain in the ass. He just kept saying things. And then, yeah, he wasn't calling you heinous. I think he was calling me heinous. But I was only with you to get through to Grandpa's money, which is weird because at 26 years ago, did I even know or think Grandpa had money? No. So, think about it, people. Open your eyes.
But you married me because you
Yes.
wanted to someday get Grandpa's
Well,
money?
he said you're only with your husband to get Grandpa's money. So at some point, we've been married for 26 years, and I knew that we were going to caregive, let alone steal Grandpa's money. With all of his $2 in his wallet.
I should take him for a little walk.
Anyhow, all right, y'all. I gotta go. I got shit to do.
Oh yeah, you got shit to do.
Yes, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for dealing with the assholes. I mean, trolls. Shit. And we'll be here tonight if you want to see us. Trolls, bring it, do it, love it. Okay, again, remember, you are worthy. You are important. You matter. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're Roland, you're here? You're beautiful. You're handsome. Right? Don't let anybody take your shine, y'all. Tip of the day. Tip of the day. Second tip of the day. Do not let anybody take your shine. Because I know there's some of you out there trying to shine. And there are people shitting on you left and right. Punching you in the face, in the jugular, and kicking you down. Don't do it. Take it back. Take control. Tip of the day. Just remember that. I love you guys. We'll see you later tonight. Continue to strive for awesomeness and be the best you can. That's all we can do. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, adieu, 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 adieu.